What's going on, guys? In this video, I want to walk you through what I think is the best productivity tool that many entrepreneurs fail to use. I'm going to draw this out for you guys. Stay tuned. What's going on, everyone? Yuri Elkaim here, founder and CEO of Healthpreneur. And one of the things that I do with my company, as a leader, obviously, as well as something that we teach our mastermind clients in our Luminaries Mastermind, is how to be a lot more productive, how to strategically plan. Because as the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And if you're not somebody who enjoys planning, hopefully this video will give you an important understanding of why it's so important, okay? In the health space, we talk a lot about an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And it's the same thing with business and strategic planning. Well, to be honest, strategic planning is really strategic thinking and business planning, two separate things combined in one. But anyways, an ounce of that is worth 10 pounds of execution. Because the thing is, we've all heard the saying, ready, fire, aim, right? Which is all about just execution, taking action, and course correcting along the way, which I firmly believe is valid to a point. Because I'll tell you this from personal experience, I'm a high quick start. If you've ever done the Colby score, I get things going quickly. I'm like, I don't need all the details. Let's just go, go, go. But I have spent cumulatively, maybe many years correcting mistakes from improper thinking and too fast execution. So what I want to share with you here is actually something that is the foundation of this bad boy here, the Focus Planner. This is essentially like how I run my life. And it's a 90-day planner that I really built for myself because I tried many journals and planners before, and some of them are awesome, some of them not so much. I like this, but not so much this. And I understand everyone's way of thinking is different, right? So I'm not saying like this is the only way of doing things, but this is what's worked for me and for a lot of our clients. So the foundation of what I'm going to share with you here is exactly what you would walk through if you had the Focus Planner. If you want a copy of it, we'll include a link in the section, the description below. All right, so let me share my screen here. And I want to start off by giving you a bit of a framework. So the first thing we have to understand is that with what you do as the leader of your business, okay, your primary focus really is on vision. Like that's really what you or us as the leaders of our business need to focus on is the vision, because without vision, we have no direction. So the first thing we have to think about up here is the vision. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. Your vision, and I may have spoken about this in a previous video, is really important. It's what's going to attract the right people to you, whether they're clients or potential hires. We see this every day when we're hiring people. Like, we'll ask them, like, why Healthpreneur? Like, why are you interested in working with us? And they're like, man, I read your 2025 vision, and I was like super inspired about the fact that it's not just about the money for you guys, it's about transformation. I love the culture you're building. And that vision is important. And the vision, again, it's a people attractor. So you as the leader need to spend time thinking about this vision because everything else flows from that. So when we're talking about productivity, there's a very big difference between doing stuff and doing stuff that's moving in the right direction, right? A common definition of leadership or management is kind of doing things or doing things well. Leadership is doing the right things. And I have made a lot of mistakes in my tenure as the leader of Healthpreneur and my other business too. And what I can share with you is that the more time you think clearly about where you want to go, the more effective and more efficient you're going to be with your resources, namely your time, your energy, your money, your people, and you're not going to be chasing 1,000 things that don't make a difference. Okay, so once we've got a vivid vision, the next thing we want to do is we want to establish 1-year goals. So your vivid vision could be 3, 5, 10 years down the road. Personally, for me, I have a very tough time thinking about a vision that's going to be 10 years down the road because so much is going to change. I mean, I can't even imagine how much Healthpreneur has changed in the past 5 years. It's crazy. And I could not even foresee 5 years ago what's going on now. So do the best you can to cast a vision that's in the foreseeable future, or maybe in the distant future, whatever's going to work best for you. Okay. But from there, we're going to go like from that vision, and we're going to bring all the way back into the current 12 months. So in the next 12 months, what are the objectives you want to achieve? So here is essentially what you want. Okay. And these are more or less outcomes. These are very, very specific. They're black or white. They happen or they don't. So $5 million in revenue at 30% profit. Like that's an outcome. I want to help more people is not a 1-year goal. Okay. How do you know if you've helped more people? Could be one person. So your goals, your 1-year goals, we call them the focus 4. And the focus 4, we call them the focus 4 because 4 objectives, 4 outcomes. That's it at the most. That's it. Okay. I just saw a conversation in one of our chats, and this lady was saying, I'm having a challenging time dealing with all of my streams of income. I'm like, really? Let's talk about that income. How much are you making? A couple $1,000s a month. Like, you for real? This is what happens when people are scattered, right? Is they do a lot of things very, very poorly, at best mediocre. So our focus as creators is a very precious commodity. It's something that we don't necessarily have the same level of as somebody who's a very analytical, engineering mind type of focus type of person. Listen, if you're watching this and you're the leader of your business, you're probably a creator on the Wealth Dynamics profile or any other profiles. You're probably going to be like what's known as a creator, like I am. You love creating stuff. So creation is amazing, but on the flip side of that coin is a lack of focus. Okay. So that's why a lot of entrepreneurs deal with, the medical term ADHD, which is just a hard time focusing. And it's not that that's a crux. It's a superpower because our brains are just nonstop idea generation, but we need to channel that. So at the focus 4, we figure out what are 4 things, 4 outcomes we want to achieve this year. I'm going to give you 2 that you should have off top. Number 1 is a critical number. The critical number is a number that is specifically related to the outcome, specifically related to the success your clients are achieving. So in our business, our critical number is our North Star. And our critical number is the number of clients that we help who are hitting specific status levels. In our business at Healthpreneur, we have various status levels, very much like an airlines has a point system. So for instance, when someone achieves their first client, that's called a cadet. When they achieve their first 10K month, that's known as an ace. When they hit 25K month, they're a captain, 50K month, they're Top Gun. And when they're on pace to do $1 million a year, they're a master luminary. So we track all of this in our system and we look at what's the number of clients that are hitting these status levels. So in our weekly scorecard, we have one number, right? And that number is the guiding number for our business. Like our goal is to help X number of clients, like this number, like whatever the number is, okay? 200, 150, 1,000. That number, the more it moves up, the more it tells us we're doing the right things. Revenue is the second number. Okay, so I'll come back to this in a second. For your business, think what is the critical number for your business? What is the one number that if it went up or maybe down would indicate that you're doing the right thing? Right. So one of our clients would be like helping my clients, or the number of clients that I help who reduce their migraines by 50% or less in 12 weeks. Okay. So you have to have a way of tracking that, but then you can literally say, okay, cool. This month it was 10. Next month it was 25. And you keep moving up and up and up. And you know that just in this one number, your business is moving in the right direction. So it's super important because a lot of businesses only focus on revenue. But here's the thing is that if the critical number improves, revenue improves. Because if you're doing a better job for your clients, why would your revenue and profit not improve as well, right? If you want more word of mouth, more referrals, you do a better job on delivery, you'll get more of that, and that's going to impact revenue. You do a better job on delivery, you have more social proof to use in your marketing, that's going to make it easier for you to attract more clients, which increases revenue, okay? So your critical number is the first most important focus for goal you have to establish. So in the course of a year, what does that number look like? Second thing is revenue. What is the revenue goal? And I would actually attach profit to that as well. Because you could say, I want to make $5 million, but what's the expense on that? $4,999. Like that's not a business I want to run. So establish what the revenue is and what the profitability is at that, $5 million, 50% margin or whatever it is. Because again, like you have to keep score of revenue. Like it's business. It's not about it's not about the money thing. It's just you have to keep score in business. Critical number is 1. Revenue is the second one. Profit obviously included in that. And then above and beyond that, you can do whatever you want. So for the other two focus 4 goals, they don't have to be there. They can be there. So let's say you have a big event, like we have a big event every year called Healthpreneur Live. And we might say we want to fill the event with 1,000 people and make $500 million at the event, right? That would be a goal as an example. So then we have to, break all that down to how that happens. So anyways, that's where we start, is the 1-year goals that flow from the vision. If you achieve these goals, they move you closer to the vision. Now, once we've established the 1-year goals, we're going to jump down into what we call 90-day sprints. And this honestly is sometimes even too long. Some people use 6-week sprints, right? So for us, we use 90 days, but whatever. The idea here is that we go from 90 days. We don't worry about 6 months, because what happens in the next 6 to 12 weeks can really change very quickly. And so we focus on the long term. We come back to the immediate term and we say, okay, what can we focus on in the next 90 days? These become milestones. And then these are things that we accomplish, right? So you accomplish these, and in so doing, they help you achieve what it is you want. So 90-day sprints, for instance, if your goal was to improve your critical number from, let's say, again, let's just use the example of weight loss, helping clients lose half their body fat in 12 weeks or less, right? So if you've got 10 clients right now at that level and you want to move that to 50, that's the 1-year goal. What are the 90-day sprints you have to put in place to make that happen? All right, so what could we do to improve delivery? How can we improve? Like where are the gaps? Where are the problems? Where are the opportunities? Maybe there's an onboarding process that isn't there and people are falling off the map, or they're not doing the work, or they're getting stuck at certain points. So you have to know your business, and you have to look at your business like a detective to identify these opportunities, because everything you do is going to be built around this to improve the probability of hitting the 1-year focus 4 goal. Okay. So the 90-day sprints are a 90-day action plan to say, okay, we're going to improve the onboarding process for all new clients. What does that all look like, right? But that would be an objective or a milestone you want to accomplish. Improve onboarding so 100% of clients get up to speed and start winning within 7 days, right? That would be an example of a 90-day sprint, okay? And then there's obviously many others. But for the sake of time, let's move on. From the 90-day sprints, we move into monthly, weekly commitments. And obviously from that, on a personal level, it's going to be, what are you doing on a daily basis? So it's really simple, guys. Like this is it's kind of like a waterfall, right? It flows from the top all the way down. So these are very process oriented. I talk a lot about this. Don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process. Don't focus on the fact that you want to make $5 million or help 30 clients achieve whatever. Focus on what you're going to do to get there, because you don't have control over the outcome, right? As you can see here, you don't have control over getting to the top. Like you don't have control over the top of the mountain. You have control over every single step you take to get there. So these are things, again, that you control, that allow you to accomplish 90-day sprints, that allow you to achieve what it is you want. So again, it's really just, you take the 90-day sprints, so improve onboarding experience to, so 100% of clients are winning or seeing, positive results in the first 7 days. All right, so on a monthly basis, like of all the things you listed, what are the things you're going to do this month? What are the things you're going to do next month? Now, some of these 90-day sprints might be done in 2 weeks or 30 days. They don't have to take 90 days, but you want to map all the things out, right? So you have here's what we're going to accomplish in 90 days. Here are all the things, the commitments or the steps that we need to get done to make that a reality. And then essentially what you do is you take those and you map those out. All right, we're going to do this one this month. We're going to do these things this week. And then when you're looking at all this stuff, you essentially look at your weekly schedule and you're like, cool. All right, now I know what to work on this week. So that's essentially how it all works. So I want to give you another example of how we do this. So obviously this is mapped out on our focus planner. I want to show you on the screen here how we actually do this in our company. Because we actually, it's one thing to have a focus planner for yourself, but it's also important for the whole collective of the team to see what's going on. So give me 1 second. Where did this damn thing go? All right. So what we've done is we created a weekly commitments tracker. And let me just show you this. If I can I share my screen? All right, cool. So you can see this, right? So essentially here, you can see, some of our team members, not everyone's here, but you can see on a weekly basis, what are the commitments? The top 3 in yellow here are the things that are like the must-dos, like these have to get done. Let me get out of this. So these are the things that have to get done on a monthly basis. And everything else is really just simple stuff. Okay. So it shouldn't be overly complicated. I mean, personally for me, I don't have a huge list. I want like my three most important things and then like a few more and that's it. Did I complete them? Yes or no? What was the deadline? Are there any notes? And the cool thing with this is like, let's say that I type in shoot YouTube video, or just one, right? Did I complete it? Yes. Boom. So what happens here is up here, you can see this is all formulaic. So it completes based on percentages. Let me just say write book. That's a terrible weekly commitment, by the way. Write book. Good luck writing a book in a week, right? So you can see here, percent completion is 50%. Number of commitments is 2. And so as we complete these, it moves to 100%. So it's a really, really cool tool that we've developed for our team. And that is something that how we've taken, and this is just one of the tools. Then we have like the 90-day sprints kind of building up from what we talked about. But this is something we do every single week. We review it as a team on a Monday weekly basis. We look at, cool, talk to me about last week. Did you get everything done? Cool. I noticed you're at 90% instead of 100. What held you back from this one thing? So as a team collectively, accountability wise, it's huge, but also personally, this becomes your kind of like weekly to-do list. And it really focuses you to say, what is the most important thing for me to focus on with my time this week? And the 3 highlighted rows, I put that in there because I'm like, I don't want to see 30 to-dos on any of my teammates' commitment tracker. I want to see what are the 3 most important things that if nothing else got done, but these 3 things were the biggest ones, they would move the needle in a big way. And it really focuses you to think about this stuff. So going back to the topic of this, the number one productivity tool that a lot of entrepreneurs are not using is this type of stuff, is this type of strategic thinking and business planning to go from the vision all the way down into the 1-year goals, the 90-day sprints, the monthly and weekly commitments, and then putting it into a tool, whether it's a journal like the Focus Planner or an online tool like I've shown you here, to really map this stuff out. So everyone, including yourself, is accountable. That's the key. That's how you get shit done. And that's how, for us at Healthpreneur, we've built an amazing company that is 100% remote. The people who work with us, it's funny because we talk about this all the time, is they feel like they've met everyone else on the team in person, but some of them haven't. And we've got a very, very close, like high vibe, close-knit culture that is very performance and accountability based. And this is just one of the tools that we use to make that a reality. So anyways, hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you've enjoyed this, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you've enjoyed most about this. And again, if you want to get your hands on the Focus Planner, which basically takes all these concepts into a very day-by-day structure so you can actually get shit done in a more focused manner, then grab it. We'll include the link below. That's all for today. I hope you have an awesome one. Thanks for watching. Ciao.